Ladies and gentlemen, it is June 10th. Let me turn this thing down. Tuesday, a little late start today. Already worked out. Had a long day in my morning job today. Came out a little later than usual. Had a rush. Wasn't able to get my usual check-in before my workout, I guess. But pretty much got a workout in where I work at my personal training job. And then had a few clients afterwards. Went very well. Was able to get another client in on my side, my personal training business I have on the side. It's honestly very very exciting and it's kind of surreal in a way. Like I've been trying to do my best to learn as much as I can and get better in terms of my own training and trying to apply that to others in my personal training job. And it wasn't until literally about a few weeks ago, I guess like a month ago now, where I was like, I can kind of use my opportunity here at this job to like make connections and help myself out. I'm helping this business out to make a lot of money because I'd like to consider myself a pretty decent trainer, and so far at least all my clients that have trained with me have been enjoying their workouts and have been seeing good progress. So I came to realize literally on accident because a client was having trouble and with their contract, and I guess there was a whole issue with them being lied to or whatever. And it's actually the lady I trained that you hear me talk about, that you see me in very early in the morning train. She likes to train that early, but it's actually her. She had issues with that contract, and I literally told her straight up, would you consider training with me? Like, we could train somewhere else, because it was literally an accident, because I genuinely wanted to help the person. It wasn't really about the money in a way. It was just literally about, because she wanted me to train her, obviously, at this personal trainer job, but it just didn't work out with my manager and her, and had a whole fall off, and she was lied to about her contract and whatever. In a way it's a little shady, I guess, but we won't dig in too much into that. But I literally just told her, would you consider? And then we literally, I think a week, or that same weekend, we did our first training session on the Sunday, I believe, and it went pretty well. She likes it so far, so, and I thought it would just stop there. I'll just train her for now. I'll try to get clients here where I can. But recently, this week, in fact, last week, I met another client also as well. Before I even signed her up into a contract, locked her up into a contract that she's forced to stay in for months. I think half a year, in fact. I told her straight up, I was in my head, I was like, should I just tell her? Should I just try? Why not? What's the worst that could happen? And I told it was for her son, this one, and I told her, would you consider, I know your son is trying to play sports and trying to take it seriously. He's young right now. I could take him under my reign, and I could teach him how to do things properly, help him get a little faster for his sport. Specifically, it was tennis. And now, I believe yesterday was my first training session with him outside, privately on my own, and it went well. Now, I won't say which gym we're training at, obviously, obvious reasons. Don't want to get in trouble. I doubt a lot of people will see this video, so it doesn't really matter, but either way, just to be sure. But and then today I met another potential client that will start training with me maybe this weekend, or as late as next weekend. It's really surreal and exciting, and it's kind of it's crazy, because everything comes full circle if you just say fuck it and just try. It's crazy. It's as simple as just trying, attempting. Just whatever you have in your mind, you know, whether it's a business idea or whether you just want to start making videos like this. You know, I just did I've been everything that has like came back and become like, in terms of has came back to be like good in a way, like such as this, has been all accidental and on the whim and just doing things, like trying, just why not, just fuck it mentality. And it's came back like in positive ways 100%, which is crazy. Like you don't really think about it, you know. I've never thought about it for a long time. I was like, you know, I'm gonna start making videos, I want to start helping people, training people, and I never did anything about it until finally, like literally earlier this year, I got my certifications through NASM, and you know, I spent like a few months trying to find a personal trainer job, which I finally got hired at. And then from there, everything has been happening so fast. It's crazy and surreal. I'm honestly, I don't even know what to say or what to think. It's just crazy. I'm just gonna keep going one step at a time, and you know, I'll continue to make these videos. Obviously this is what I want to make my my living. Obviously I want to make videos, help people out. You know, I do enjoy helping people also, you know, personal trainer. Fitness in general is just my passion, and obviously you wouldn't think of that from the way my build is, I guess. I am natural, I am a taller guy, skinnier, lengthier guy in a way, but you know, if you see some of my training videos, you know, I really have passion in this, and I really do my best and train as hard as I can every single week, every single day. But yeah, we'll stop it there. Obviously I said I was going to keep it short. No topic today, simply like a life update, I guess, in a way, but we'll get back to the usual videos tomorrow. Hopefully can record some videos, some training footage, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my little life update. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and if you guys can, please share, and also follow me on all my social media pages, specifically TikTok and Instagram is cool. And yeah, have a nice day.